Hey everybody, it's Yanni Collins from Oz a Living, where we feature serial entrepreneurs, thought leaders, and prominent figures in the blockchain space. Warren Woon here is Woon, CEO and founder of Xctuality, Singapore-based METAVERSE, and a VR company. So Warren, I'm so glad for you to have agreed to meet us today.
Thank you. It was very last minute, but sure.
No. Just to begin with, could you introduce yourself to our viewers and tell us a bit about your background?
Sure. My name is Warren Woon, co-founder and CEO of Xctuality. We are a Singapore-based virtual experiential startup.
Now, on to Xctuality. How do you help accelerate brands, creators, and businesses into the metaverse? Tell me everything there is to know about your company.
Wow, that's actually a very loaded question. We actually have been in the physical event space prior to COVID. And basically, we have been providing enabling technology to our B2B clients, making events possible. So in late 2019, we actually made the conscious decision to go into virtual experiences and then started ideating on the roadmap that we wanted to implement. So fast forward to today, we have two very distinct products. One being our Xctuality Interactive 360 VR AR content and technology platform, and the other one being our Xtualife, a METAVERSE/Web3 product. So what we provide are very easy to adopt capabilities in terms of implementing the projects on behalf of our clients, and also providing them with a toolkit for them to be able to easily create content for their own use. Yeah.
All right, fantastic. And you've raised over $550 across 2 rounds of funding from investors. Congratulations, first of all. And you must be doing something beyond or unconventional to have done this. Tell me, what did you do differently?
Actually, I wanted to correct you on that. So we've actually raised more than that now. I think that number was a little bit dated. I'm not going to say what it is, but we've been able to carefully watch our expenses because the goal really is to build something that our clients want, right? Not just what they need. And we have been able to source our team members from different parts of the world. And I think in this day and age with Web3, one of it is really the decentralization of a lot of things, including the workforce. So we have 28 team members from across 8 different countries at the moment. And being able to watch our expenses very carefully, I think has enabled us to do a lot more with a lot less.
I love the diversity that you are adopting with your company. And any outstanding features that you want to highlight about your products and your company?
Well, on the Xtuality Interactive and the Xtualife products, we are coming out with SaaS-based self-help toolkit that almost anyone can use. But in terms of the Xtualife Metaverse products, what we're doing different really is to build what I like to call a Shopify for the Metaverse. So how Shopify is so relevant to websites today in terms of giving them the e-commerce capabilities, we want to do the same for the Metaverse. Yep.
So you mean I can shop in the Metaverse, in your...
You can create your own business and e-commerce platform within the Metaverse with our toolkit.
Okay, so if I were a business, how could you run me through the process?
Sure. So I think, I mean, a lot of it is still about to be released, so I can't say too much. You can think of it as having the capability of easily coming in and having your own virtual space within the Metaverse. We're not about buying or selling land, which makes things very expensive. So we want to make sure everything we do is affordable and within reach for a lot of businesses, right? And then giving them the different capabilities such as the ability to create their own gamified experience, creating their own so-called marketplace, so to speak, and giving them, abilities to transact, meaning the different payment methods, not just the traditional payment gateways, but also the crypto payments. And then also the ability to receive those funds in whichever country they're at, right? So yeah, I want to make things easy.
And the metaverse, which is the hottest thing right now on the planet, what excites you the most about this sector?
Well, our journey into the metaverse began actually more than 2 years ago when we started developing the virtual city proof of concept. And before everyone, or rather before most people knew what a metaverse was, we actually tried using the term metaverse with some people, and they asked if it was the same as the multiverse in MCU, and yeah, no. So we stopped using the term and then just kept with virtual city. But really what it was our hypothesis that in the modern age of social media, short form user content has been reigning, so if I, the creator, can't capture your attention within 3 to 5 seconds, then I probably lost you as a potential customer, right? And most of us also probably won't be able to remember what we last saw yesterday on TikTok or YouTube or Instagram. So the recall has been dropping, so which means a lot of brand association and loyalty has been declining too. Sometimes, brands took decades, maybe even centuries to build that brand awareness, the loyalty. So I think with a virtual city, brands and creators and businesses can come in and build their own curated, branded experience that they want their own customers to experience the way they should be experienced. And then with multiple of such virtual worlds interconnected, and then their customers can intermingle with different worlds. And then that way, based on predictive analysis, they're able to then curate the experience that each customer would like to have, right? So from there, this is where the concept of our metaverse was born.
Totally, completely valuable insights, by the way. And we are just in the beginning of this space. What do you think the future holds for the sector?
Wow, another loaded question. There's a lot of things that have yet to be developed. And I think with the recent rise and fall of NFTs, we saw like some prominent crashes, and in the recent case, Luna. I think the industry has yet to fully mature. We're still at the figuring out phase, so we're still pretty early still in terms of crypto and NFT. But on a wider perspective in terms of Web3, it is not just about blockchain. I think there's a lot more than that. I think one major benefit that has yet to be fully harnessed is the protection of your individual privacy, right? So I think in the case of Web2, what normally happens in any e-commerce transaction really is you having to reveal your identity, your name, where you live, or where you need to send your stuff to. And then your payment information, your credit card details and whatnot. So if something gets hacked, then your information is leaked and there's nothing you can do about it. But in the case of Web3, a lot of these can be protected, your privacy kept. And I think that's something to really explore beyond using NFT as just a way to promote your art or some kind of a fancy engagement. I think NFT can do so much more. Yeah. So a lot more to learn, actually.
Exactly. We're all in the learning stage at this point. And now turning on to Oz, talk to me about the synergies and opportunities presented for possible collaboration in the future between Xctuality and Oz.
Yeah, so as a company, our mission really is to develop the next evolution of social networking that connects people with immersive experiences. And longer term, our vision really is to power up the lifestyle of AR everywhere and smart cities. And given the vision of Oz, I think what we know of as smart city today will change dramatically in years to come. All right, the concept of smart city today was really conceived more than 2, 3, 4 decades ago, where really what is considered smart are just really using sensors, automation to track stuff, provide data. Data is always like, big data is king. But I think it's more than just that. I think AI can be used a lot more efficiently to properly not just interpret data, but to visualize it in ways that we've never been able to before. And how, for example, like what we're doing at Xctuality is to partner up with various industry leaders and partners within each industry vertical, and coming out with revolutionary Web3 solutions, for example, Web3 food and farming, supply chain and logistics, and how that would affect, how we, number one, think of, or rather protect farmers, for example, to help them have better income. By putting things on a blockchain, for example, we can eliminate a lot of slippage, like a lot of gray market or black market activities. And finally, to the end buyer or even the consumer, to have a product that is fresh, that is of high quality, and of possibly lower cost, right? So a lot of these things can be applied to, in the case of smart city, in terms of helping build out the potentiality of what a smart city could be. And then in terms of what Oz is trying to do and how it relates to smart cities, I think some of these things that we're building in the Web3 arena can be implemented in some of these Oz ideas, right? So yeah, I think there's a lot of synergies that we have yet to explore.
Fantastic. Absolutely. Well, Warren, this has been such an illuminating conversation. Thank you so much for sharing your wisdom and knowledge, and we look forward to watching your progress and future collaborations with us as well. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.